Hey everyone, welcome to day 18. You are almost through week 3 and you should be really proud of yourself. I know I am. I hope that since yesterday you have continued to be healing, existing, and elevating. I hope that you've been taking the time to love yourself and to love others because we know, as we learned yesterday, the best way to love others is loving yourself first. Ooh, spicy. I want us to get into today's talk, but first I want us to take a deep breath. So if you will with me, on the count of 3, we're gonna inhale, hold for 4, and then exhale. All right? 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Let's just do it one more time for extra seasoning and spice, okay? I love it. Let's get into today's quote. Mindfulness is not an exercise of avoiding the noise, but rather finding stillness through it. Mindfulness is a tool to help us ground in. It's a tool to help us come back to the present, but sometimes it can be confused with something like meditation that kind of distances us from the noise. Mindfulness is not really to distance us, it's to zoom in and target on one moment, on the present moment, so that we can work our way through it. In fact, most of us use our minds as a form of escape. We zone out, we fantasize, or imagine alternate realities. We can use our brain as a form of escape. And if you are overworked and burnt out, sometimes it's not even intentional. You just cannot think straight. You cannot bring yourself into focus. Mindfulness is to help us with that, but it doesn't shut everything out. It empowers you to move forward. And that is a beautiful thing. We need to use this tool in order to benefit us into getting through our days and getting through those hard moments rather than escaping. Our mind should be our friend. And I know that so often it does not feel that way because we are so bombarded by different thoughts, different ideologies, different memories that can be so intrusive. It can feel unfair. It can make our mind feel like a literal war zone. But God's desire is for us to have peace and for our mind to be a place of peace. So when we are mindful, when we come back into that presence, we don't come back into the present moment without tools. When you are focusing on the smells in the room, the texture of your shirt, the light that's beaming down from the sun, these things should remind you that you're still here. And like has been said on previous days, you still can fight. That today is your greatest power. That your present moment can be powerful if you access it, if you hold on to it, and you don't discredit it by overflooding it with resentment or shame or frustration, but seeing it as an opportunity to move forward, to build, and to grow. Mindfulness is a powerful tool, but it does not quiet all of the noise. Instead, it helps us walk through it. Use that tool. What is your mind full of today? Is your mind full of encouragement? Is it full of hope? What is it full of, and how can we fill it with the right things so that you can be empowered to move past the noise, to get through the chaos, to get through another day, not just surviving, but thriving? How can you shift perspectives? How can you use your mind as an asset rather than an enemy? Take the time today to fill your mind with the things it needs, with the tools it needs to succeed. Being kind to yourself and kind to your mind means taking the time to empower it so that it can work with you and not against you. Sometimes we can feel like our own worst enemy, but it's because we are not being our own best friend. Take the time to be kind and fill your mind with beauty and splendor, primarily of the Lord, of His promises for you, of hope for the future, And when you can't come up with that here, you can find it in your word and fill it up so that it can empower you for your tomorrows. I really hope that this was helpful. I know it's not the longest days, but not all days have to be long. Your mind is a powerful tool that God has blessed you with. Use it to benefit you and to fight the good fight of faith today. I love you, and I hope you know that God loves you all the more, and he wants to see you succeed and thrive today. As a reminder, we do have that mindfulness activity in your journal, and it's going to help you quiet your mind so that you can fill it with the right things, bringing you in that present, taking you away from all those thoughts and all that chaos so that you can be in a better position to win the day. Use that tool. It's going to be helpful to you. I promise. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to journal.